Skilled here. I'm about 1.8 miles from Summer's home on Ben Hill Road. Again, there's a search crew that just walked through here due to the tough terrain and things of that nature that we've been talking about all week, that law enforcement and these search crews have been talking about all week. We haven't been able to physically see search crews. They've been up in the woods. They've been in these places where media has not been able to get to it. So today has been the first day that we've actually been able, to kind of see the search expanded into the visible public eye.
Hi, my name is Dee, and you're watching Dee True Crime Commentary. JodiSue has said so many things. JodiSue tried to derail a missing child's case from very early on by pretending to have relevance to the storyline. For YouTube money or for another reason?
Anyway, so what happened was, Grandma was in one of those, I don't know, crazy modes, and eldest tiny human had gotten a yogurt, and then I apparently didn't lick the entire goddamn cup or something good enough. And you just have to know the fucking food shit that goes on. It has over the years, and even up until like the day all this shit done with us, they made sure to pick at my daughter in the same way with food and to hurt her. So, by way of sperm donor, make sure to send that message along so it would fuck with her. Well, now bring out the door, because, you gotta get those last jabs in. Anyway, scram for life while you can, guys. Shit. So anyway, eldest tiny human didn't apparently lick the yogurt cup clean enough. And so here she comes, and she grabs out the fucking trash can, and is screaming and yelling at him. And takes the fucking, fingers through the shit and smears it across his face. And then, I don't know, you have to ask eldest. But let me tell you. What happened next was some shit. He didn't like that. They had my mouth when fucked with, take no shit type of, whatever, but at that point, he remembered what the fuck, and he was just, anyway, nobody should be treated that way. He wasn't having it. And tiny or not, he was like, fuck this shit, and then he got smacked through the fucking face. So then, he went outside, and, as I recall, he hid from it. And then when he heard him go back in, he started walking. Now, if you know where our families live in proximity to one another, he was trying to get here for safety, because he knew. So he walks, he gets next to Cubby and Nix. Somebody that knows them recognized him and gave him around the back of the truck to my mom's. And then here comes the granddad with my little one in the back in the car seat, hauling ass, and starts trying to grab my son up and all kinds of other shit, and trying to get him in the vehicle, bending him, hurting him, bruising him, has my tiny one squished.
Oh, how lucky for us, YouTube has a new feature. It's experimental, and it's where you ask AI questions about the video, and you don't even have to watch it to find out what's going on in the video. In this video, the speaker in the video claims that there is evidence against the individuals and groups involved in these activities, though the specifics are kept intentionally vague to protect those holding the information. The speaker states that they wish they could just pick up the phone, call one of the agents, call through it, message us, message one of the others, but they can't do that. While the video doesn't explicitly state while phone calls are avoided in this particular instance, the broader context of the video suggests a need for extreme caution and secrecy to protect individuals from being hunted, intimidated, harassed, made afraid by monsters and other malicious actors online and in real life. Quote, essentially, these bad actors exploit their audience's desire for information and engagement to further their destructive agenda, often by creating a false narrative of problem solving while actively causing harm. Unquote. The speaker claims preventing exposure of their actions. Distractions are used to ensure that these individuals maybe not get caught in what you've been doing or outed to law enforcement or feds. Maintaining control over their audience. The speaker suggests that these distractions are part of a broader strategy to pulling you all in, taking you for a ride. They refer to this as the Kool-Aid of the masses. Causing chaos and hindering cases. By creating distractions, the speaker argues that these individuals create more chaos and that it leads to the destruction of cases in real lives for entertainment, eliciting reactions and engagement. Distractions are also used to trigger others, elicit responses, and get people to do the thing, get me, whatever. Specifically, they mention diverting attention from real investigations. The speaker implies that creators introduce distractions to prevent genuine investigations from progressing. They state that they will be thoroughly distracted so they will never get to do anything real or finding real things in my own community. The speaker suggests that the individuals they refer to as tragedy pimps or creators use distractions as a deliberate tactic to manipulate their audience and divert attention from their alleged criminal activities or the truth of a situation. Specifically, they mention diverting attention from real investigations. The speaker implies that creators introduce distractions to prevent genuine investigations from progressing. Preventing exposure of their actions. Distractions are used to ensure that these individuals maybe not get caught in what you've been doing. Now she's accusing Ryan and Jen of bought fake views and engagement. Target and exploit individuals and families. They are accused of targeting the families of people and putting them in a spotlight that they had no right to be brought into. This video itself is presented as a training seminar on how to catch tragedy pimps and expose their methods. The speaker says they use deliberate tactics to manipulate their audience and divert attention from their alleged criminal activities or the truth of a situation, diverting attention from real investigations. They are accused of targeting the families of people and putting them in a spotlight that they had no right to be brought into. How-to seminar on how to catch tragedy pimps. According to the speaker, these individuals manipulate and deceive. They are accused of being fraud and con artists who use various methods, including conspiracy theories, imaginary spirits, and even mental illness to attract an audience. Create chaos and hinder justice. Their actions are seen as detrimental to ongoing investigations in real-life cases, as they allegedly distort the case on purpose for entertainment and financial gain. Furthermore, the speaker suggests that certain individuals are using algorithms to mass target individuals and to control the narrative on social media platforms. This is part of a larger discussion about how some creators allegedly exploit the system for fame and money, even at the expense of others. They also claim that these algorithms are being used to target people and that there is an ongoing investigation into how people are using artificial and intelligence and algorithms to track and trace others. The speaker in the video claims that there is evidence against the individuals and groups involved in these activities, though the specifics are kept intentionally vague to protect those holding the information. It's like, who died and made JodiSue the head of anything? She acts like she's the shit. She acts like she's the queen of YouTube and every other platform. She acts like she is the queen, like she's the mayor, like she's the head. She's the authority, the authoritarian figure. JodiSue is full of shit. That's what JodiSue is. She tries to be the head of everything is because she's at the other end of it. And everything that she said that creators have done on YouTube or any other platform, she's done it. That's what she's done. She is the epitome of evil. She is the, I don't know what she is, but this address right here that goes from this property that Andy's mom and dad put in a trust, this address, this one, still goes back to a property in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Nothing changes about that. So the land was put into a trust. Why? So somebody couldn't touch it because it was in probate, or because somebody was safeguarding it from when they applied for Social Security disability insurance. But no matter the reason, that address goes right back to this house right here in a country club in South Florida. Look at this nice house. Who can afford to live in a house like that? Well, it goes back to this man. You don't know who he is? Look him up, because it's not my job to tell you who he is. But he's somebody of significance. You better believe that. And I believe this man was in direct contact with Andy Bernard. And then I get this from Ryan. Ryan, I'm not putting you down or anything, but you didn't go to the cabin at 162. Not the one that was there, because it's not there anymore. It was gone by, at least by February of 2022. And 162 Fields Road wasn't sold. That land wasn't sold. It was put into a trust fund. For what? I don't know. But there's only one of three reasons it could have been put in a trust fund. The paper trails are easy to follow. It's the trails that are undocumented, they're the ones that are hardest to find out what happened. And nobody's talking for this little girl. Nobody's saying a word now. Nobody's ever stood up for her. It's about damn time somebody did and tell the real truth of what really happened. Candusbly said, they wouldn't do that to her if I was around. Do what, Candace? What did they do to her? I believe you know. I believe you know all about it. And if you do this to keep somebody else out of trouble, that was your little girl. But you didn't even bond with her when she was born, so what do you care, right? Justice for Summer Wells and justice for Rosemary Bly.